Hey, welcome, welcome. So glad that you guys were able to get on and join our What is Coaching call tonight. We've got a few of us that are just going to kind of talk about different things that we do as coaches and how we got here and how we started and all of that fun stuff. So I am going to go first. I am Erin. I've been a coach for about 5 years, just over 5 years actually. I was actually a personal trainer and groups exercise instructor before I started coaching. My job was very demanding. We were living paycheck to paycheck. And so the more I worked, the more money I made. And I have 3 little kids. I had to drop them off at daycare, which broke my heart. Like that, my dream was always to be a stay-at-home mom with my kiddos. And I was never able to do that with my first two. And then coaching kind of came up and I told my coach no a couple times and she gave me more details, and my husband actually believed in me before I did, and he said, why not, like, just give it a try. Let's try this. And so I said, okay, let's try it. And so my first goal was to pay back my challenge pack purchase that I bought for $160 because I put it on my credit card. And I did that plus made $200 in the first month. And I was like, oh, this works. This is amazing. I can do this. And so the rest is history. I mean, of course, you have to work hard. And after 10 months, I was able to quit my job. I was able to be home on the very last day of school, was the day that I turned my 2 weeks in. And so I was able to be home with my kids. This was my third summer being home with my kids. But that was my first summer that I had ever been able to be home with my kids 100%, which was amazing. Like, it was so surreal. And I've been working from home ever since, and it's been incredible. I make probably 4 times as much as I made as a personal trainer at the gym, and I am so much more flexible, and I get to take my kids and pick them up from everything. I don't have to try to beg people to take my kids places and all of that fun stuff. So I love our community. I love our team. I love getting to know everybody. I'm super passionate about health and fitness, which I think most people learn to be if they don't start out being that way. But I wanted to share with you a little bit about what we do as coaches, and we call them the 4 vital behaviors. So for the things that we do as coaches just on a regular basis, we just make this kind of part of our coaching life, I guess, is one, we are products of the product. So we do the workouts, we drink the shakes or the pre-workout or the post-workout, because as coaches, it's hard to talk about something if you've never had it. It's hard to talk about a program if you've never done it. It's hard to share how you love a product or how you don't love a product if you've never tried it before. So we really try to make that part of our life, is to be a product of the product, so that we can share our stories, so that we can share how we love them as coaches and how they've helped us in our lives. The second one is connect and invite with people. We have the amazing opportunity to run this business on social media. And so social media can kind of be our storefront, if you will. And that is so amazing because we don't have to, we can, but we don't have to pay for marketing. We don't have to pay for business cards. We don't have to pay for all of those things. We get to share about this for free, basically, share our stories, share why we love it, share all of those things with people who we know, like, trust, and love, right? And we can help them have better quality of life as well if they incorporate these workouts and healthy eating and these nutrition guides and products and all of that stuff. So we reach out to people, we share what we love by being a product of the product. We just help others, we connect, and we invite them to join our accountability groups or to join our team and be a coach. So that's the second one. The third one is personal development. So it's hard to take care of others. It's hard to share with others if we don't fill our cup first. So personal development is something that I had to really work at, and I still struggle with sometimes, but it is something that I have grown to love, and I know it helps my mindset so much more. So we get to basically learn how to become a better person, how to become a more positive person, how to apply all of those things into our lives so that we can share with others, how to have a positive mindset, because we all know if we are not mentally ready to make that transformation or to eat healthy or to exercise or whatever, if we're not mentally ready, then nothing else really matters, right? And so if we can get our mental state on track, then everything else will kind of fall into place. So at least 10 to 15 minutes of personal development every day. I typically listen to either a podcast or I listen to books on Audible while I'm driving, while I'm getting ready, while I'm cooking dinner. Just simple. I try to fit it into the cracks of my day. But if you are a reader and you want to sit down and read, that's totally cool too. So however you like to fit it into your day. And then the fourth one is recognition. I know that's one of my love languages is recognition. I love to be recognized. I love to have that shout out. I love to be noticed for my good work. And I know that a lot of my challengers and customers do too. I know that all of my coaches, Charlene is one who loves that. She's told me I love to be recognized for my good work, and who doesn't, right? And so that's one of our vital behaviors. That's one of the things that we try to really do is to lift each other up by noticing their accomplishments and helping them out and just lifting them and boosting up their confidence by giving them a shout out or recognition or noticing that they ate good for 3 days in a row or that they worked out for 5 days in a row, or just small, simple things. But those things really matter most. And you know that people care when they notice those things. So those are the 4 vital behaviors.
Okay, I think I am up next, right? Okay. My name is Katie. I have been a coach for just over 3 years. Just a little bit of a little bit of background about me. I currently have 4 children. I'm married. I am a stay-at-home mom. We have moved 5 times since. So this has been something that has been an incredible blessing for me as we have moved across the country several times. We've been living with parents. We've lived in hotels for a month at a time. So this has been something that's been so great during this crazy, busy transition phase of my life, because I get to take my business wherever I go, and I can work in those crazy pockets of time. So before I started as a coach, my husband was actually living in Taiwan. I was living in my parents' basement with my 3 kids, and he was doing a master's program. So we were waiting for him to come home, and I was suffering through some postpartum depression and then in denial that that's what I was going through. I felt really lost and lonely. I was never into like working out or fitness. My husband always was and would like beg me to work out with him or whatever. And I was always one like, no thanks. I would rather do anything else. So that just wasn't me, but I was in such a lonely, sad, dark place. And I knew something needed to change. So my coach actually reached out to me and invited me to do a challenge with her. And I don't know what it was. Like I said, that was never my thing, but something told me that this was going to be the thing that was going to be the tool for me to change my life, that thing that was going to help me out of this. And so we had blown through all of our savings for this move to Taiwan and move back and getting my husband home. It's really, really expensive. We blew through all of our money. But I told my husband, I'm like, I don't know how we're going to make this work, but we have to. Like, I just feel it in my gut that we need to do this. And I am thankful every day for such a wonderful, supportive husband who just said, okay, figure it out. So I put it on our credit card, I prayed it would go through. It did, thankfully. And about 2 weeks into this challenge of committing to a fitness program in my parents' living room in the morning before everybody woke up, and then having this simple meal plan that even though I was living with my parents and I felt really hopeless, or not hopeless, but helpless as far as meals went, because I was the mooch that was living with my parents. I couldn't say like, okay, here's my meal plan. We need to make it work. I figured it out. I just did what I had to. I adjusted what I had to for me. I realized I was in control of me and what I put into my body and what I was filling it with. And then I had this instant community of women that were positive and uplifting and cheering me on and believing in me before I even believed in myself. And I needed that community because, again, I was feeling so lost and lonely and like just not myself. And so about 2 weeks in, I remember messaging my coach and saying, I don't know what this is, but I got to be a part of this. Like, I got to figure this out because already my life has changed and I need this. This is it. So when we moved back into our house, I signed up that day to become a coach and never looked back. And I am so, so grateful that this has been something that's been able to grow with me as our family has grown. We've added another baby and we've moved around the craziness that comes from moving. And now it's become something that's been bigger and more fulfilling than I ever imagined. So that's a little bit about me. And I wanted to talk about who makes a good coach. Now, I will be the first to tell you that I am an extremely socially awkward introvert. I don't like it. Like, I know a lot of people are shocked when I say that because, like, here I am, I'm excited and I'm chatting with you all about this amazing thing and I'm sharing my story and my journey and I'm sharing my workouts. And so a lot of people think that that is something but I'm an extrovert and I am so far from that. But because I am so passionate about the way that it has changed my life, this incredible gift and blessing and opportunity that I have, I can't not share it. So even if you're an introvert, even if you hate social media, like my Instagram had probably 100 people and they were like people I never really talked to or my family. So that was my Instagram when I first started. It's not that way now because I have treated this as a business and I've learned tools and trainings to do that. So our team offers a really great training on everything you need to know about coaching. So you don't need to be an expert on social media. You don't have to love health and fitness. I didn't. I have grown to love it because I've seen how it's changed my life. You don't have to be at your goal weight. So many people that come into our challenge groups and experience this amazing change of having a health and a fitness routine think that they need to have some big, massive transformation before they can become a coach. And I will tell you that it's the journey that you are on that is the most inspiring. That is what's going to help people say, yeah, I want to come along with you. Let me be a part of that with you. That is where the magic is. So you do not need to be at a goal weight. You don't have to have a big transformation before you start. A lot of our successful coaches on our team are the ones who are just signing up to do this, their very first go, and are having people come along on the journey with them from the beginning. So I think those are, and another one that a misconception that we see a lot is people say, well, I'm just not a salesperson. I don't want to sell things. Great. Our team, this business is not filled with salespeople. I'm not a salesperson. I don't like being a salesperson. So I don't make it that way. This is all about sharing our journey and sharing things that we have found has worked for us. Like, just like when you go to a restaurant and you absolutely love it and you tell your friends, like, guys, you got to hit up Cafe Rio and you got to get the pork burrito because that's amazing and it's going to change your life. Same thing with this. We're sharing something that has changed our lives with others and just lifting each other up and helping each other. That's what it's about. We're just sharing and helping people live healthier, happier, more fulfilling lives because we have experienced it for ourselves. themselves. So we're not about selling. Gross. Let's move on. So those are kind of people that make really great coaches are just people that want to work on becoming their best selves, who are committed to that journey, who are okay that you're not going to be perfect in your fitness or your business. It's not about perfection. It's about progress. So you're committed to being teachable, to checking in with our team and asking for help, okay with being accountable in your fitness and your business, and just willing to be positive and uplifting. That's what our team is filled with. We have people that work full time and then sneak their business hours at home, or when they get home, or in the morning before we leave. We have moms with 4, 5, 6 kids at home, and we're juggling life and the craziness, and then we just fit it in small pockets. So that's what I do, is I work a little bit in the morning before all of my kids get up, and then usually during lunchtime I'll have a quick 15 minutes where I'll respond to some messages, and then I'm back to mom mode and I'm fully present with my kids. And then after bedtime, I have another little chunk where I put in some work before I put it away, and then I'm a fully present wife to my husband before it's the end of the night for us. So you can be a full-time corporate worker. You can be a part-time worker. You can be a stay-at-home mom. You can be a student. You can be single. Whatever your circumstance, whatever your life is right now, I guarantee that this will fit into your schedule if you allow it to. You can work in little blocks of time. You can take bigger chunks of time. The great thing about this business is that you work when you want to, how you want to, how much you want to. You make it personal for you. And there's such a wide variety on our team that we can share what's working for us, and how to be efficient with our time and effective with our time, and then turn it off and be present and happy in your life. I think that's what I had to share for tonight. So I'm going to pass it over to Brenna, and she's going to give us a little information about how we make money.
Hello, I'm Brenna Kimber. Just really quick, my little story. I have always loved fitness, working out, but I was a stay-at-home mom and I didn't really get the nutrition part. Why was I busting my butt at the gym and not seeing results? So my friend messaged me, said I should be a good coach. I told her I suck at nutrition. She said, oh, I'll help you with that. And so I had some other fears too, some things that Katie talked about. But when she talked me through it, I signed up as a coach from the get-go. I had only done 2 Beachbody workouts in my life, an Insanity workout. I had never tried the shakes, but I signed up to coach from the get-go, trusting her that the shakes were awesome. I knew Beachbody workouts were legit because I'd heard of P90X and Insanity for years, and started the business right from the beginning with 21 Day Fix. I lost 20 pounds. I went from a size 12, 14 to a size 6, 8. And I was just like, oh, everyone needs to do this. This tells you exactly how to eat and what to eat. And I need to share this with the world. So that's what I started to do. But really my main motivation was to earn money for my family, because I was a stay-at-home mom who didn't make any money. Well, actually, I made a whopping $4 an hour babysitting the kids on the street. I had to work a lot to make even $50, and it sucked. And so my coach told me I could make probably $100 a week working a couple hours a day, because that's what she was doing. And I was like, sign me up, because that will pay for a date night with an actual babysitter and a full meal and a movie. I'm in. So that's what I did. I earned my challenge pack cost back, and 6 weeks later was able to pay for my own expenses to go to the Beachbody annual event in Vegas, which was awesome and really set fire to my business. So I have had good success with that. I've been coaching now for 5 years, and it's been slow and steady because I've had 2 babies while I've been a coach, and I'm now making more than I did at my last full-time job, which was a teacher-ish salary. So not woo, but still more money than I've ever made in my life, and I do it from home, which is awesome for me. So how we make money is first of all, the first way you make money, and you can do this right away, like as soon as you're signed up, is you make commission on people who order through you. You make commission on anything and everything they order that's Beachbody. So the commission percentages vary just a little bit. So we have apparel line that just came out. You make 20% on that. We have all our other products are nutritionals. We have Shakeology. We have a pre-workout, a post-workout. We now have collagen. All of those things, you make 25% commission on those. And then we have Beachbody On Demand, which is awesome. And there's a couple of different subscriptions. They can get a 3-month, a 6-month, or a 12-month. You make 40% on that. And then we have the challenge packs, which are what we sell the most of because they're the best still. They're heavily discounted. They usually include a full year of Beachbody On Demand, usually a full bag of Shakeology. And then on top of that, they can have a specific program or specific nutrition program because we have a couple of standalone nutrition programs as well. And that's what we sell the most of. And there's a pay grade for those too. So that's how you can like make money right away. There's no limit. You can make as much money that way as you want. And there's also no minimum requirements that way either. You don't have to sell anything at all. There's no, like, you don't have to sell 3 things to earn any of your commission. Like I know some business models have. You make commission on anything that you sell. And then we have what's called a team cycle bonus. And that starts to come when you start to build a team. So when you start to build a team, you can sign up coaches with you and they will, do the same things that you're doing. They'll be product of the product. They'll invite people to join them in a challenge group or as a coach. And anything that they sell contributes to your volume. And there's it's kind of complicated. Like you don't need to know the details exactly, but you just need to know that there is another way to make money through building a team. And of course, the bigger your team, the more money you make, the more that you help your team be successful, the more money you make. So it's like a team effort here. You help your people to succeed, they help you succeed, and that's how it all works. So the team cycle bonus has some caps too, but you can eventually make up to $12,000 a week with the team cycle bonus. I'll be honest that I'm not anywhere near that, but my team cycle bonus does beat my commission every single week. So it's definitely a part of your business that you want to pay attention to, but it's also one that takes more time to build than commission. And then we have a few other really fun incentives, like we have Success Club trip. Every single spring there is a Success Club trip. It's usually to an all-inclusive resort or a cruise. You get to bring a +1 for free, and you can earn all of that trip except for your deposit. It's a $300 deposit, and then you have the ability to earn the rest of the trip cost, or you can earn part of it and pay part of it. It just depends on how many people that you help through your business. I personally have been able to go on that trip 2 times now. I would have gone a 3rd time, but baby number 5 kind of ruined that. And I didn't have to pay anything but the deposit and the flights to get me there. So that has been awesome for us because my husband and I never would have booked a all-inclusive resort in Cancun, Mexico. We just wouldn't have. And it was such a fun trip. We did many awesome things. We snorkeled, we zip lined. Anyways, so fun. So if that's something that drives you, then make that a goal, because when I first started and I was only making like $300 to $500 a month, and I was like, you know what? That's a lot of money. And I get to go on an awesome trip. Like, I am so grateful. Like, that is enough for me. And of course, as I've kept going, the income has gotten better, more, and then we have the trip still on top of it. So such a fun thing that Beachbody does for us. They also give us prizes depending on how many people we help. There's like a whole prize system where you can earn prizes for helping people. And sometimes they throw in extra stuff too. Like they just did a travel reimbursement, $200 if you went to Summit, which I did, and I earned that too, so that was fun too. And you can earn photo ops with the personal trainers. Like there's all this fun stuff, the recognition that Erin was talking about, that they provide for us. So that's a really fun part of our compensation plan as well. And lastly, to wrap this up, I just want to tell you how to get started. If you haven't done Beachbody before, or you haven't signed up before, then I recommend that you buy a challenge pack, and that would be what I talked about before with usually gets you a year of Beachbody On Demand, and that way you can check out all the workout programs and kind of learn what they are and what they're like, and it's easier to talk to other people about them that way and invite them to do them with you. And then you get to try Shakeology, which is our most important nutritional product that we have. It's our dense nutrition shake. It has protein in it, but it's not just a protein shake. It's about the dense nutrition that comes in it. And that's the first nutritional product that you should try. And then if you want to try some of the others as well, there's packs that include that as well. If you want to try it all at once, we've got a pack that's literally got everything in it. But those start at $160. So that would be what I recommend. We also have the option to just sign up for the business for $40. But if you do it the challenge pack way, that $40 is, you don't have to pay that. So it's better to put that $40 towards product if you don't have your own product. And if you have done a challenge before, maybe you even already have a coach account for the 25% off. I forgot to mention that. If you're a coach, you get 25% off all of our products. Then you can just jump into our trainings on our team, and we'll get you going on helping other people and inviting them to a challenge of your own. So anyways, we really have all the tools that you need. Your coach will help you. We've got training, we've got all the tools that you need to help other people get started, to sign up with you, to do your orders. And I think that's all I had as well, unless I forgot something. Erin and Katie can tell me. But how much time do we have left, Erin? Should we open it for questions, or if any of you have questions, we have a couple minutes. If not, that's fine. We're gonna record this and you can rewatch it, or if you have someone else that you know would like to watch it, we'll be able to send it to them.
And if you have questions and you don't want to say them on here, feel free to contact your coach or, and just ask them there. So that's totally cool, because that's how I am.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm the private person, like, I don't want everybody to hear my question. So.
All right, well, thanks so much for hopping on. I hope this was helpful. We'd love some feedback too. This is kind of the first time we've tried this format, so if you have something that we didn't cover, that you wish we'd covered, or anything like that, please let us know. Yeah, that's it.
And it's late for a lot of you, so sweet dreams. Dream about coaching, and we would love to have you join us if you're thinking about it. So, okay, have a good night. Thanks for jumping on, you guys. Bye.